Hi everybody, my name is Karen. I'm the Associate Counselor here at Plexus. Welcome to the workshop about the college application checklist. In this workshop, I will walk you through different things that you will need in order to get admitted into college. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off with things you need before you start your college applications. You'll obviously need to take a few exams. For example, the SAT, which is run by the College Board, just like AP classes are. You will need to take the ACT. You will either have to choose between one or both, either the SAT or the ACT. You have the option of taking either one, or you have the option of taking both of them if you would like to. If you are an international student, it is mandatory that you take either the TOEFL or IELTS. You have to check the university admission requirements to see which of the exams they require. This is basically an English proficiency exam. And of course, you can retake the exams if applicable. I say if applicable because maybe your score is right there where you want it to be, or maybe you want your score to be better. A safety school is one where you are exceeding the average admission requirements for the university. A target school is where you fall right in between the average admission requirements, and the reach is where you still have some improvement to do in order to get admitted into that university. Is it a public versus private school? Obviously, there are some differences between public versus private schools. Is it an in-state school versus out-of-state? Some students prefer to go out-of-state, and some students prefer to stay close to home. Is it an urban, suburban, or rural setting? An urban setting is one where it's between the city. A suburban setting is one where it's like not so city, not so in the middle of nowhere, and rural is basically a place where it's away from the city life. Is it close to home or is it far from home? This relates to is it in-state versus out-of-state? And is your major available? That is, maybe one of the schools has your major under a different name, so you have to make sure if that is one of the majors that you actually want to go into. What else should you do in order to prepare to be competitive in a college application? You should consider pursuing extracurricular activities. By extracurricular activities, I mean that you can be involved in sports, you can be involved in clubs or anything around your community and in your school. You can pursue a job, that is work, in order to maybe gain some extra cash for you to be able to afford your college studies. You can find a volunteer opportunity or internship opportunities. You can also check out our workshop that is called Where to Look for Job, Volunteer, Internship Opportunities. So you can get a few resources to help you out with that as well. And letters of recommendation. You should consider reaching out to your teachers in order for them to write you a letter of recommendation. That is if the university requires it. While you are applying to colleges, here are a few things that you should do. An early action university application means that you will be able to receive a decision earlier than everybody else. You also have the option to consider other colleges, whether you are accepted in the future as well. An early decision college application is one where if you are admitted to that college, you must attend that college, and all of your other applications that you submitted for other colleges will be disregarded. A regular decision application is one where you will receive your admission decision usually around March, April, which is usually the one students most commonly pursue. Personal essay if applicable. Some universities don't require you to submit a personal essay, but if you do, make sure you are reading the prompt. By reading the prompt, you should also make sure you analyze and underline what specifically they want you to write about. You should write a draft before you actually write your final paper. You can also have somebody else go over your draft to see if there are any points that you should add or any points that you should remove and anything like that. You should also proofread before you submit your final personal essay to the university application. Have multiple people read over it, as I mentioned before, and revise as applicable. Please make sure you keep your grades up. A lot of seniors usually feel like they don't have anything to do after they have submitted their college applications, and a lot of times they develop something called senioritis. And if you don't know what senioritis is, it is usually the lack of motivation a senior experiences because they will be graduating soon from their current school. So please make sure you don't get senioritis, because when you submit your transcript for the university, because universities will ask you to submit your transcript, they will also look at your grades from senior year until you have graduated high school. Make sure you are applying for scholarships. There are thousands of scholarships out there in the internet, so please make sure you're applying to as many scholarships as you can. Submit your high school transcript. As I mentioned before, universities take a look at your high school transcript, so please make sure you submit that. And also submit your test scores if you have retaken the SAT or the ACT. Usually you will be able to submit your test scores during December. All right, we have reached the end of this workshop on college application checklist. Thank you everybody for sticking around. Before I leave, I would like to let you all know to please download our Plexus app. If you download our app, you'll be able to receive instant notifications. We'll also very much appreciate it if you leave us a rating and a review on the App Store or Google Play. We very much appreciate any feedback you're able to give us. Chat with my counselor if you have any questions regarding this video, or if you would like to reach out about your journey to higher education. We're always happy to help in answering all of your questions as well. And finally, go check out our YouTube page for more college readiness workshops. Our Plexus YouTube page is called Plexus Social Media. All right, thank you everybody again, and I will see you all in the next workshop. Bye.